Hello dear friends and subscribers, welcome back to Cricket Happenings with your host Ram. This is my third edition of the Cricket Happenings which is coming to you today, and the reason being I'm previewing the teams for the World Cup 2015 starting on February 14 in Australia and New Zealand. Well, so this is my second round of previews for this on a Sunday, and well, I have three teams which I'm going to preview right now, and that would be Zimbabwe, Bangladesh and West Indies. But before that, I'd just like to give you a brief, just a brief talk on what this ICC Cricket World Cup is all about. The ICC Cricket World Cup is divided into two pools. So basically, each team is going to play the other team at least once. So Pool A consists of England, Australia, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, New Zealand, Afghanistan and Scotland. And as far as Pool B is concerned, it's South Africa, India, Pakistan, West Indies, Zimbabwe, Ireland and the United Arab Emirates. So this would be the first round. So each team will play the other team in the same pool, and then whichever team which is on the top would be getting on to the quarterfinals. So basically we are looking at the last 8 as far as the quarterfinals are concerned. Then it will be pruned down to the last 4, and then we all know it would be the finals. So this is what it is all about. So this is the World Cup. This is what World Cup is all about. And as you know now, as I said, I'm going to preview 3 teams. One is Zimbabwe, Bangladesh and West Indies. Now Zimbabwe Zimbabwe and West Indies are in Pool B. So they are with South Africa, India, Pakistan, South Africa, India and Pakistan. As far as Zimbabwe, Bangladesh are concerned, they are in the pool where England, Australia, Sri Lanka, New Zealand are there. So first let me go ahead and preview the Zimbabwean squad. Now Zimbabwe, one thing I would like to tell you that this team is looking a much improved team than the previous ones, because Elton Chigumbura is the very attacking player, and he is the captain. He's an all-rounder, and he is the one who is going to be captaining the team. And so far, he has captained very well, I thought. Then they have Regis Chakabua, the wicketkeeper batsman, who is also, I wouldn't say he's a very aggressive player, but probably he will lend some sort of a stability to the Zimbabwean team with his batting. He's a wicketkeeper batsman. And Tendai Chatara is a very, very impressive bowler. He's a right-arm fast-medium bowler, but let me tell you, he's a very tall bowler, and basically he's also very economical. Doesn't give you a lot of runs, and he's just aged 23 years. So the average age of the Zimbabwean team is looking good here. They are in the 20-25, I would say. So Tendai Chatara is a very good prospect. Chamu Chibaba has recently just gone into form. He scored a century recently in an international match, so he's looking forward to it. Craig Irvine, we all know, he's a wonderful player. He has some experience back in the English county cricket tours that will really hold him good. And they have a leg break bowler by the name Tafadzwa Kamungozi. Has not done anything to really shout about, but one thing that one has to really be wary is that the Zimbabwean team also have a lot of variation in their attack. Now Hamilton Masakadza is one opener. To me, I think this would be the World Cup where Hamilton Masakadza would be liking to score more runs. He's looking in good form. He's been scoring a lot of runs too. He's been giving good starts to his team, and he would be partnering with Sikandar Raza. Now Sikandar Raza is another one who's probably playing his first World Cup, I reckon. And Sikandar Raza and Hamilton Masakadza, according to me, are a very good opening combination, and I'm sure they can get a lot of runs. Sikandar Raza is a very attractive player to watch. He plays some pleasing strokes, and Hamilton Masakadza, as you know, is a very, very aggressive player at the top. He can really pound the opposition bowling. He's really capable, but we see that he's a very, very mature player. He really takes his time at the crease, and when the time comes, he really explodes into action. Stuart Matsikenyeri would be, he would be a sort of a batsman who gets into the middle order, and he'll also bowl right arm off break. Now Solomon Maher As you know, he did very well against Bangladesh. That was his first outing against Bangladesh. Even though Bangladesh beat Zimbabwe hollow 5-0, Solomon Meyer was one who consistently got some 50s. He has already had 2 50s to his credit, and he is a player who really, not only does he play the percentage game very well, but if the time comes, he can really go aerial with the bowlers. And he is one who is a very sort of a very stable player, and he has already announced his, in the sense he has already signaled his talent here. With also, one saw that Elton Chugumbura, the captain, also referred that Solomon Meyer is a very good talent to have. So Solomon Meyer is someone who could be the person who could be really, I would say, turning around Zimbabwean fortunes with his batting, and he's also a right-arm medium fast bowler. Tavanda Mupariwa, he's a pace bowler. I mean, he is not really, but he's a good pace bowler. And Tinasha Panyangra is a young bowler. I mean, not a young bowler, but basically he's a very good bowler who really, I would say, the quickest of the bowlers, one could say, is Tinasha Panyangra, who he bowls with a lot of speed, and he also has a lot of variation in his bowling. And not only that, he can also bat, because he's playing as an all-rounder. He can be a useful bat lower down the order. And then they have Brendan Taylor. Now, Brendan Taylor, as you would remember, was the captain in the last World Cup in 2011. Brendan Taylor, of late, one has seen that after he has been relieved from the captaincy, one does not see Brendan Taylor really amongst the runs. So it would be very essential. He's the wicketkeeper batsman of the team, and it would be very essential for Brendan Taylor to get amongst the runs pretty quickly in the World Cup. Sean Williams always can be relied upon. I would call him a sort of a Mr. Reliable in the Zimbabwean team, because he can come in, he can get the runs for you, and he can also show his prowess with his left-arm orthodox, slow left-arm orthodox bowling. Now, Prosper Utsaya, you would remember, he was called for throwing. Let me share something with you, dear friends and subscribers. Prosper Utsaya normally is a right-arm off-spinner, but I am told that he's not supposed to bowl, if I'm not wrong, the off-break delivery. So he has actually started bowling cutters to the batsman. So basically he has decided to bowl some sort of a military medium pace, and he's able to cut and swing. So, and I'm told in the nets he has been doing pretty well, and we will see some sort of a change in the Zimbabwean team this time, with Prosper Utsaya actually not only bowling spin, but also probably surprise the batsman with his pace, because I'm told he was working on his military medium pace bowling there. So one really looks forward to seeing Prosper Utsaya bowling those cutters to the batsman, which would be a sort of a new addition as far as Prosper Utsaya is concerned. And Zimbabwe, one has to watch whether Zimbabwe can really gain from this new type of bowling that Prosper Utsaya has started. Normally he's a very reliable off spinner. He really bowls in the right areas, and also he's a very handy bat too. So Zimbabwe, well, they're looking good, but it all depends on how things come together for them. It is pretty essential for them to get all the pieces of the puzzle together, and that would be their real, I would say, like an acid test for them. And Zimbabwe, it's high time that, you know, they have been playing in a lot of World Cups, and it's very essential for Zimbabwe. Even though Zimbabwe, as you know, they really boast of some big upsets. As one recalls the 1983 World Cup, where Zimbabwe first upset the Australian apple cart by defeating them, and then we also saw that India were 17 for 5 against Zimbabwe. They reduced India to 17 for 5, but due to inexperience, they couldn't really catch on with that. And then Kapil Dev, we all know, it's something, history was created when the Indian captain Kapil Dev slammed 175 runs at Tunbridge Wells in Zimbabwe, and took his team to victory, and that was what gave India the fillip to go ahead and defeat West Indies in the finals at Lord's in the month of June in 1983, and India for the first time held the World Cup. In the sense, the first time India won the World Cup in their history, as you would all know. Well, so Zimbabwe definitely capable, but I think they are a much improved squad. They have a good batting. Maybe the bowling I would still say a bit weak, but batting is absolutely sharp. But it all depends on how it comes about. Now let's have a look at the Bangladesh team. Now for Bangladesh, they had a very dismal 2014 in the sense they really struggled, but then at the latter stages they really came into their own with their victories over Zimbabwe, where Zimbabwe were beaten both in the test matches and one day international. In fact, it was a clean sweep which was done by Bangladesh of Zimbabwe, so that would really give them a lot of confidence. And but Bangladesh would definitely not be playing Zimbabwe in the first round because both are in different squads, different groups, I would say. And for Bangladesh, well, they have a new captain. The new captain is Mashrafe Murtaza, who himself right now, I feel after going through a lot of injury and everything, one has seen that his captaincy has been good. He's a very good right-hand bat where he can really tonk the ball, and his bowling has really improved, I would say. He's really bowling with a lot of purpose now, and captaincy is something which is really helping him, one could say. Al Hameen Hussain is a very talented right-arm medium fast bowler. Really likes to, I would say he has a very good slower delay in his repertoire. He also bowls with lots of pace. It will be interesting to see. Al Hameen Hussain, I think in one day he's someone who has always done well. For Bangladesh, Anamul Haq is another talent. He is the person who would be on the top of the batting, and so he would be opening the batting along with Tamim Iqbal. And Anamul Haq, let me tell you, he has really come of age. He's only 22 years of age. Still a lot of cricket left in him. And Anamul Haq, this is the time for him to really flower in this World Cup 2015. And it will be interesting to see how Bangladesh have gone there to Australia. They are already practicing in Australia. They have done a lot of hard work. They have practiced on wickets which really got some bounce, in the sense they have made some wickets which resembles like Australian pitches where there's a lot of bounce with the bowling machine, and they have tried to. It all depends when it all comes down to the center. Arafat Sunny, as you know, is an experienced slow left-arm orthodox bowler. Mahmudullah, well, he is one who has really started coming into form now. He is basically with the bat was the problem, but he has shown that he is one on whom Bangladesh can rely on, because now he has definitely hit his straps. He started getting runs under his belt, which was very important. It's very refreshing for Bangladesh, I thought. Mominul Haq is a very talented player. Look at his age. He's just 23 years old. Look at this Bangladesh team. I mean, if you look at this team, the average age is 22. Even Mushfiqur Rahim is just 26 years of age. So you know there is lot of potential in this Bangladesh team. It is all about performing on that particular day. Mominul Haq, let me tell you, is a very attractive stroke maker to watch. He really can play lots of good strokes. And as I said, he can keep the scoreboard moving, and let me tell you, when he plays the strokes, it is really pleasing to watch. He's young, he's a very short guy, but when he plays his strokes, it's done with really superb time. Now Mushfiqur Rahim definitely has lost the captaincy, which I always thought that Mushfiqur Rahim was a good captain, but well, nevertheless, as a wicketkeeper batsman, he is someone on whom Bangladesh can also always rely, because he's always there when the chips are down for Bangladesh. I'm very happy to see Nasir Hussain has come back, because I always have felt that Nasir Hussain is a very young and a very talented bloke in this Bangladesh squad, and he has promised a lot but probably not delivered as much. Will this World Cup 2015 be a platform where Nasir Hussain will definitely deliver, and one hopes for Bangladesh's sake that he really delivers the goods in this World Cup. The pace bowling, Rubel Hussain, I'm not so very confident about Rubel Hussain, because we have seen that he has been spraying the ball in all directions. Now whether on Australian pitches due to the assistance he could get, if he could bowl in the right areas, he could be a very good bowler. Otherwise one has seen that Rubel Hussain leaks a lot of runs, and that is something that Rubel Hussain has to guard against. Sabir Rahman is the one of those big hitters in the Bangladesh squad. They can use him as a pinch hitter. They can use him to come down the order and smack a few. He really has the ability to do of what one has seen so far in a few matches that he has played in Zimbabwe. Shakib Al Hasan, we all know he's the most experienced person in the team. Shakib Hasan and Tamim Iqbal and Mushfiqur Rahim, according to me, are a sort of a nucleus around which this Bangladesh team is built, and it's very essential that Shakib Al Hasan, Tamim Iqbal as an opener, and Mushfiqur Rahim fire at the same time. That is the only way that Bangladesh can really put up some good scores and also chase some big scores. But I have a word for Shakib Al Hasan. We know he's not only a great left-handed batsman, but also he's a very wily, slow left-arm spin bowler who will get you the wickets, and he can cause a lot of problems to the batsman. Now Tamim Iqbal, let me tell you, he has definitely changed his approach of batting. That's what one has seen of late with Tamim Iqbal. Initially, when he came into his, he was a real dasher, and then finally we saw his form was tapering off. But once he's only 25 years of age, let me tell you that he has come here and now he has really changed his game. That doesn't mean that he has left his aggressive instincts, but he has learned to build an innings, and which is very important. And at the top, we don't see Tamim Iqbal now crashing boundaries aplenty. Takes his time, and when the time comes, he really unveils. And of late, as you know, Tamim Iqbal got a one-day international century after a long time in one-day years. And they have Soumya Sarkar, who has been, and I'm told that Soumya Sarkar is a very talented player. He's just 21 years of age, and he's a good left-hand bat. He has scored lots of centuries or lots of runs in the Bangladesh domestic tourneys. And Taskin Ahmed is another very promising prospect as far as pace bowler is concerned. We have seen he's at a very young age. I think he's the baby of the team. He's just 19 years of age, and he's a right-arm fast-medium bowler. Yes, he's the baby of the Bangladesh team. Just 19 years of age, and he's there for this right-arm fast-medium bowling. Well, I think Bangladesh definitely have the potential. It all depends on Tamim Iqbal, Shakib Al Hasan, and Mushfiqur Rahim, who are forming the nucleus to really fire at the same time. And once that does, and if the other players chip in, and Bangladeshi bowling, I wouldn't really say that they are very strong. I have a feeling that the bowling resources are a bit weak. Their pace bowling department doesn't have, I wouldn't say they have enough teeth to actually survive in Australia, but I can be proved wrong. I'll be happy if I'm proved wrong, but I have a feeling that the bowling resources are a bit thin. Well, they have the spinners, but the pace department for me, it's looking a bit, I wouldn't say it's looking very strong. So definitely the onus will be on the Bangladeshi batsmen to score as much as possible. When they bat first, they have to amass some huge scores, and that is the only way that Bangladesh can actually win matches in this World Cup. But definitely the potential is definitely there, the talent is there, and what is very essential, I have been telling this, that Shakib Al Hasan, Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal have to score runs at the same time in the same match if Bangladesh should stand a chance in this World Cup, because they are the most experienced blokes in the team. Well, now the last preview that I'm going to do on this Cricket Happening show is the West Indies team. The West Indies team, I've already been talking about it, that they are a great team, but minus Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo and even Shirin Nareen, things have become, I think they are looking, one can't really give chances to West Indies. It's going to be, I would be very surprised if West Indies will even qualify into the quarterfinals. But definitely they have talent. I feel sorry for them. They have a new captain, so I wish him good luck. He has been given such a team. Jason Holder, the captain of the team, is just 23 years of age. When he's told that he was given the captaincy because he has a very good head over his shoulders by Clive Lloyd, the chief of the West Indies Cricket Board, and Jason Holder is the one who will be leading the side. He himself is an all-rounder, right-hand batter, right-arm fast-medium bowler. Marlon Samuels is going to be the vice-captain, so he's the most experienced person along with Chris Gale in the team. So Marlon Samuels is 33 years, and Marlon Samuels is a very wonderful stroke maker, and Marlon Samuels, and now the pressure will definitely be on Marlon Samuels and Chris Gale to score as much runs as possible. Darren Bravo is another who could make up for his brother Dwayne Bravo by scoring a lot of runs. He's an immensely talented player, Darren Bravo. Suleiman Ben is the one who would be lending the spin to the West Indies bowling department there. He's also a good batsman down the order. Jonathan Carter has just come in, made his debut against South Africa, and the matches that he played, I thought he was looking good, but I think it's very early to actually judge a player on a few matches. Now Sheldon Cottrell, the man who actually has a salute as and when he takes a wicket, because he has been an army man, he does the army salute always. So Sheldon Cottrell is one who would be probably showing some sort of excitement, in the sense he's a left-arm pace bowler. Saw him against South Africa. I think he did decently well, so definitely there will be a lot of pressure, and I'm sure Sheldon Cottrell is someone that West Indies will play, because they will have Kemar Roach. Probably Sheldon Cottrell will be partnering Kemar Roach, and that would be a good combination to watch. Chris Gayle, we all know what an explosive player he is, and on his day he can really go hammer and tongs on the bowlers, and he can really go and really sink their morale. He's such a type of player, and he can also take the game away from you in a jiffy. So Chris Gayle is someone who is the most dangerous customer in the World Cup, especially when it comes to limited overs. He's pretty dangerous. So Chris Gayle, we all know what he's capable of. So it's very essential, as I said, since West Indies are lacking a lot of big names like Pollard and Dwayne Bravo, Chris Gayle and Merlin Samuels are the ones who have to definitely get the runs under their belt in each and every match they play in the World Cup to keep the West Indies hopes alive in the World Cup 2015. Nikita Miller is a left-arm spinner. He's a good spinner, I could say. Dinesh Ramadhan is a good wicket-keeper batsman, and he's the one who will be coming in the middle order. So he can definitely is one who can really take the team out of trouble, nurture them to a good score, and then finally when the time comes he can really open up. He's such a good player. Kemar Roach has been fighting a lot of injury, but he's back, so that is something very important for West Indies. We saw that Kemar Roach bowled very well against South Africa, but what a shame that he couldn't even get a chance because of his injury. They wanted to reserve him for the World Cup, and here comes the occasion for Kemar Roach, and Kemar Roach, according to me, also holds a big key to West Indies' success there. Now Andre Russell, we know how he blasted the South African bowlers. So Andre Russell is someone who is very dangerous when he coming lower down the order. So they have some two good genuine all-rounders. Darren Sammy always loves his country, has his country up his sleeve. He's totally enthusiastic, he's motivated, always having a smile on his face. And Darren Sammy has been a very intelligent guy for West Indies. He has captained them, taken them to a lot of victories. He led them to a 2020 World Cup, as you would remember. But it's very essential for Darren Sammy. And Darren Sammy, well, I can always say Darren Sammy is a 100% player for West Indies. He will always contribute, and whether it be mostly with bat, with ball, one has not seen him doing something great of late. But batting is something which comes very naturally to him, and he is one who can really worry the opposition. Lendl Simmons is another opener who can play in a very aggressive manner. Now, Dwayne Smith, we all know what an aggressive player he is. We know that Chris Gayle and Dwayne Smith would be opening the innings for West Indies. So West Indies would definitely be expecting some explosive starts from this pair to really lay the foundation and pile the pressure on the opposition in the initial stages. And Jerome Taylor is a much improved bowler. He really gets the ball to really talk in the right manner. And as I said, Sunil Narine was very unfortunate that he withdrew from the World Cup 2015. And as I'm talking, there's one more news from West Indies which I'd like to share. I'm told that Dwayne Bravo and Sunil Narine have actually withdrawn their contracts. I don't know, I think they have withdrawn from the Trinidad and Tobago team, which is again not good news. So one does not know what's happening in the West Indies, and I can only say still I still sincerely feel that Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo not being there in the team, it's really robbing West Indies of even the chances to even qualify for the quarter-final, because they are too big draw cards. Just inducting them into the team, according to me, would really galvanize the team to a great degree. But anyways, that is how cricket goes. That is how things are. One has to really accept the rough with the smooth, and that's what one is doing. Really, I feel very sorry for Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo from the West Indies team. But well, dear fans and subscribers, everything has to be accepted, and I think that would really wind up my Cricket Happening show on this edition. If at all I find time, I will once again come back today. Until then, it's good night. Thank you.